Tom Williamson.
Hello again, everyone. Right, I've been looking into what's going on at the Liverpool Women's Hospital. I'm sure you'll have heard some headlines, some rather negative headlines, and you might be a bit worried, and probably justifiably. So I have to put my hands up and say, declare my own bias. This is my daughter, Rosalind, who was born at the Liverpool Women's Hospital at 30 weeks due to pregnancy complications. So she was just 2 pounds, 2 ounces when she was born. But she spent 7 weeks at the Liverpool Women's Hospital before coming home, weighing just about 4.5 pounds, I think. There she is taking up half a Moses basket. But thanks to the fantastic work of the doctors and nurses and everyone at the hospital, she's now 18 months, and as you can see, she's thriving. So I also need to say thanks to all of you who were here for the flag challenge, because I thought I'd better raise a bit of money for the Women's Hospital. And I managed to raise 165% of my target. So thank you ever so much for that. Right, now onto the Women's Hospital itself. Here's some quick facts. Opened in 1995, so very new hospital as far as hospitals go. 8,000 babies born every year. And it's recently been finished on one born every minute, so, national interest in it. But you may have seen some rather worrying headlines, things like Liverpool Women's Hospital to move out of toxins under massive shake-up, and chiefs deny plans to break up maternity services in the city. And that one we'll get on to later. Nearly 3/4 of people surveyed support change of the services. So it's been reported that it's got an £8 million yearly deficit. And as far as I'm aware, that is true, but that's not because of overspending on services. The reason why it's got this deficit is because of this guy, George Rowland. He was a consultant urologist, and he performed various operations over the years. And he's and 400 patients are suing because of his work to the tune of £44 million. And the NHS has decided that the trust has got to foot the bill. So now I need to introduce the Liverpool CCG. Now they have the unenviable task of working out where all the money goes in terms of Liverpool's health. And they've done a public consultation on what to do with the Women's Hospital. Now a good consultation was recently done in the Wirral. They asked a very simple question: do you want funding of homeopathy to continue? Very simple question with a clear, concise answer. 95% said no. Whereas not so good, the one that has recently done about the Women's Hospital, where people were essentially asked, do you think that clinical issues and the changing needs of patients make good reasons for change? Now, the results they got, you have to look at the reasons for change first. Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. Ideas, things like about 800 patients a year need to be transferred because they need treatment elsewhere, and they want to improve patient safety and improve experience of care. And when they asked people, they asked about 2,700 people, I think, and came up with 72% support the case for change. So you'd have thought fairly unanimous. But for me, there's just one massive glaring question, which is, what is change? What do they mean by change? I asked the guys, you've produced this report, where can I find out what you mean by change? And they said, well, change, we're going to define what we mean by change later. And that was my reaction to that. I think it's absolutely ridiculous. How can you say to someone, but it would be like saying to someone who suffers from headaches, right, would you like to not have headaches anymore? Yes, please. Right, sharpen the axe, we're going to cut your head off. There we are, now you're not going to have any headaches anymore. So there's potential for like a bait and switch type thing. So, excuse me. So, what is change? Not been defined. So, a protest was organised in support of the Women's Hospital. Protest organised before the report came out, I should say. So there's me there, and there's Rosalind doing her bit. So I was there with my sign saying case for change is not closure. But if this was held during the weekend of the Labour Party conference and someone turned up with a Soviet Union flag, pointed out by Faisal Islam saying, oh, by the way, Faisal Islam, journalist, part of left-wing march. Thanks very much for doing your research, Faisal. There we are. But it was sort of just a Labour march, and it really annoyed me because, to borrow a line from the junior doctors, the NHS is everyone's fight. It would have been fantastic to see people other than people from the Labour Party there. So to finish, a couple of take-home messages. The deficit that the Women's Hospital faces is due to litigation, not overspending on services. And the Liverpool CCG has not, at this stage, shown that it's got public support for closing the Women's Hospital. That's all I want to say. Thank you.